Hi beauties, Kara here. So I'm super excited to bring to you this look today. This beautiful cut crease look. It's amazing. It is so easy. It is so much easier than you think it is going to be. So take a look. If you like what you see, go ahead and follow, subscribe, or check out some of my other channels. Hey everybody, super excited to share this eye look with you today. So I've already put on my eye primer to help without the creasing, right? No creasing, to help kind of even things out. I also have already put on my Victorious cream shadow. Okay, that just kind of helps even out the coloring on my eyes. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my palette number 4. Okay, and the color that I'm going to use here is going to be Arrogant. And I'm going to be usually going to tap a little off. And where you're going to put this is right above the crease of your eye and kind of the whole way across. Just a little bit more. This is going to be your blending color here. So you want to kind of pick a medium shade. And you're just going to keep blending. You do not want to bring it up to your brow bone because that's where you want your highlighter to be. Okay. So then next up, I'm going to be using the darker shade, which I'm going to use my palette number 1 for. And I'm going to be using my Brow Artist brush actually, and on palette number 1 I'm going to be using Zealous. So I'm going to take the angled portion of my brow brush, okay, and then I'm going to basically just draw a line on that crease. And you want this to be somewhat of a dark line. So you can see how both of those look on there. Alright, so next up we need to kind of blend that out because it looks a little weird. So what you're going to do is I'm going to take my crease brush, which what I've done is I kind of have smushed it down a little bit there. Alright, and then you're going to blend that in, but you don't want to blend it out very far. You just want to kind of blend it in with itself almost. Because you still want to have that definition there. You just don't want it to be a crazy line that, you know, isn't straight and all that fun stuff. Alright, so we've got that going. Next up, what I did is I went back over. See if I can find that brush again. Voila, this one will work. Okay, I went back over with a little bit of Seductive here. Okay, not a lot, a very tiny bit, because I just wanted to make that color, that blending color, pop just a little bit. All right, so you've got the crease portion finished up. So next up, what I'm gonna do is actually add a piece of tape. Okay, I'm all about the tape when it comes to the eyes because it just makes it clean lines and I don't have to worry about it then. So you're gonna line up the tape with the bottom, okay, part of your eye. And I usually close my eye for this. And then just kind of push it on there. Okay. Now, back to, I know I've been bouncing back and forth between palettes. Back to palette number 1. We're going to be using Elated. Okay. And so Elated is what's going to go actually on the lower part of your lid here. You want a lighter color, and I like to keep it matte. For that, okay? So I'm actually putting a lot on the brush, and then I'm not gonna swipe it, but I'm gonna dab it on. I wanna get as much of this color on there as I can. Okay. This is really kind of what makes it pop. And then I always go into that little crease corner as well. Okay. So the last thing I do is I take just a little bit of water, this is regular water, with my brush, and I give it just a little bit of a squirt, a very tiny bit. Whoop. Okay. Then I brush it off of my hand just a little bit. That makes it just so that I'm going to pick up a little bit more of this color for that pigment there. Okay. And then again, just a little dab. So this eye look, I know it looks complicated. It is super easy to do. And it looks amazing afterwards. Okay. All right. So the last portion is going to be the liner. So let me grab my liner here. Oops. And I'm going to use our precision pencil in liner, and these go on really smooth, so that's why I'm using the pencil. I know a lot of pencils don't go on smooth, but this one definitely does. So then put this on. Now I'm going to come up and do that wing. And this is where the tape comes in real handy because you can see I got some of it on there and I don't have to worry about cleaning that up later. Awesome. Alright. And now I'm going to thicken the outside a little. And then basically how I do with my liner is I then look at both my eyes to see, okay, are they even? And I'm going to thicken this one just a little. Okay. And so then you pull this tape off and you have this amazing eye look. Okay, that is super easy, and then you can touch up any, I actually did my powder before, so you can kind of come in and touch up any powder